What's up, y'all? I think a lot of people enjoyed the last story time I posted about the MILF and the cuck that used to go into the restaurant where I used to work. Tonight I'm gonna do another story time for everybody that wants to hear story time. I'm gonna do another interesting one, something I think is kind of funny. So, at the same restaurant that I used to work at like 5 or 6 years ago, it was kind of a steakhouse, kind of a fine dining place. I used to be a server there, right? So the entire back of the house was Mexican guys. And dude, I love Mexican dudes, I love Mexican culture, I love Mexican people. I miss the fuck out of Mexican people in America. And I spoke some Spanish, so I was always hanging out with the back of the house, always fucking around with them, making all types of jokes. They called me Jaime or Jaimito. If you know anything about like Mexican dudes, they love like gay jokes and fart jokes and shit like that, which I love too. Like, I am so simple. I'm a fucking child. I love gay jokes. I love fart jokes. So we always used to, whatever, call each other gay and, grab at each other's butts and do stuff like that. Like, you'd shake each other's hand, and then like when they grabbed your hand, you'd like pull it towards your dick and shit like that. And then you'd be like, joto, puto, no mames, whatever. And so I was always fucking around with those dudes. But let me make it clear, I was fucking around with the dudes that I knew and the dudes that I was cool with. I wasn't that cool with everybody. Not all of the guys back there I knew that well. One of the guys particularly, I did not know well at all. I never talked to this dude. He was new, I think. This guy's name was JJ, because his name was like Juan Jose or something like that. Like Juan Jose, like not just Juan, not Jose, like literally Juan Jose. Like the most Mexican name of all time. Like, they were saying this is the dude that invented tacos. He was so Mexican. So this guy, JJ, right? But like they couldn't say JJ, like, cause Mexican dudes can't really say J that well, so they call him Yeye. And so Yeye was this dude who was like literally like 5'3". This dude's getting the hell yeah. This dude was literally like 5'3", so fucking short, and like 300 pounds. Dude was a sphere. He was like a little sphere, like a ball, and he was fucked up looking, little filthy looking, fucked up looking person, man. He was bald and he had like scabs all over his head. Fucking disgusting little vile rodent of a person. And he would always say shit to me. I'm like, dude, I don't know you. And he would say super creepy shit and take it to a new level. And I would always be like, hey man, like fuck off, I'm not really into that, right? And he was making me a little uncomfortable. He wouldn't like talk to the rest of the guys. He wouldn't talk to me at all. But then when we would start start fucking around, start like screwing with each other, touching each other's butts and stuff like that, he would always get super comfortable and try to come up to me and do shit like that, right? And he was pissing me off. Anyways, long story short, one day I went to take the trash out and I went to the shed behind the restaurant to go get some things to stock up at the end of the night. I walked to the back, I walk through, I go in the shed, like an actual shed, right? A small little shed, it's got a door, a lock on it, everything. And I hear someone walk in behind me. Not that crazy, right? Like plenty of dudes, need to go back there to get things to stock for the kitchen or the floor or whatever. So I hear someone walking behind me. I turn around, it's this dude, and immediately I'm like annoyed because this guy's always fucking with me. He's always, like I said, he's trying to touch my butt when I don't even know him. I don't talk to him like that. I'm just like man, fuck off. But I just ignore him. And I'm like bent over in the back. Yo, konbanwa. I'm bent over in the back. I'm picking through some boxes, trying to get some straws out like that. And dude comes up and starts speaking full on Spanish, fast as fuck, so I can't even understand. And locks the door behind him. Locks the door, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Locks the door and starts speaking Spanish like really fast under his breath, like literally talking to him. I wasn't talking to me, was talking to himself in this weird ass fucking manner with this weird ass fucking voice. And I was like, I'm just gonna ignore this guy because whatever the fuck he's doing, I don't want anything to do with it. And then he goes, hey, wait, mira, wey, which is like, look. So I turn around and he's unzipping his pants. And I'm like, what the fuck? So like I said, dude, I'm just trying to ignore him. Like, I'm not trying to give this guy any attention. I'm just trying to keep doing what the fuck I'm doing. And he starts unzipping his pants, and at this point, I didn't know if his dick was out or what. I don't know if he was trying to fuck around and act like he was gonna pull it out, like he was just trying to fuck with me, or he actually did have his dick out. But I turned around and I was like, I'm not looking. I don't want to see whatever the fuck that thing looks like. I guarantee you it looks fucked up as hell. So I'm just trying to ignore him, and he's like, I'm pretty sure, out of the corner of my eye, I'm pretty sure, yo, I can see him legit jerking off behind me, and I was just like, holy shit, like what the fuck. Anyways, he gets fed up that I'm not looking at him, and he starts yelling at me. He's like, mira wey, hey wey, mira wey, mira wey. Obviously I'm not fucking looking, and then this dude runs up behind me, I don't see him, runs up behind me like this, and grabs my dick. Full on grabs my dick and like fondles it. And before I can do anything, I push him off me, right? I push him off me as this little fuck, so he goes flying. I push him off me and he goes in this high ass voice and scurries off out of the shed into the fucking back of the restaurant. And like, dude, I'm not gonna chase the guy, but I was like, what the fuck? I immediately walk out of the shed. I walked straight into the office where the kitchen manager was working. My boy Brad, shout out to Brad, the homie. And I told him like this. And actually, looking back on it, like sometimes I feel like I'm a bitch because I didn't just like fight that dude or chase him right there. But I mean, some of these dudes were fucking crazy, and this dude was legit fucking nuts, and most of them carried knives on them, so if I would have gotten into physical altercation with him, who knows what the fuck could have happened. I would say, like, I would put money on it that he would try to stab me, so maybe it's a good thing that I didn't do that, but looking back on it, I feel like I handled it in a pretty manly way, actually. As manly as you could, getting fondled by a dude who is a foot shorter than you. And I walked into the office and I told Brad, dude, that cook of yours, JJ, he just grabbed my dick. He just sexually assaulted me. I'm just letting you know, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but I'm letting you know, if he gets near me again, I'm going to beat his ass. So you can do whatever the fuck you want with that. Brad obviously took it seriously. He was my boy, so he stopped what he was doing, immediately walked into the kitchen, and I walked off and I continued to do my job. But then when I walked back into the kitchen, this JJ dude legit had his head down. I think he was crying. Like, he legit was like crying. He had his head down, and Brad comes up to me and goes, yo, I just talked to him. You want me to fire him? Because I'll fire him right the fuck now. And I was like, I don't know what you want to do, look, dude, like I said, I don't care, I'm just letting you know, I'm going to kick this dude's ass if he gets near me again. And Brad was like, got it. And then every day I went to work for the next, like, what's up? Yeah, man, totally famous.
Famous guy?
No, not at all.
You do it for YouTube?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah.
What's your name?
I just started.
You just started?
Yeah, Yungjamez.
Yungjamez, I hope you get
Fuck
2
yeah.
million, brother.
Thank you, bro, love you, man. And so, every day I went to work for the last, like, every day I went to work for the next, like, 3 weeks after that, this guy legit had his head down everywhere he went. He was opening doors for me. Every time I walked by, he would turn away. He would put his head down. And then he eventually just quit. Like, a couple weeks after that, he just quit. He just stopped showing into work altogether. So, I think it's safe to say that my boy Brad tore him a fucking new one. Brad is the fucking boy. Shout out to Brad. And yeah, man, so I got sexually assaulted by a fucking nearly 300-pound midget, and that's the story of that. I think it's funny that all of my fucking homies at the restaurant, all the Mexican dudes, they only made jokes about it once they found out what happened. Like, they thought that was the funniest, like, they thought that was the peak comedy. Me getting sexually assaulted was peak fucking comedy for them. And every day I went into work after that, all of the Mexican dudes, they said, "Hola, Jaimito, vamos al cuartito," which means, like, let's go to the back, like, let's go to the little shed in the back. And they said it every day. Everyone said, that was like my catchphrase, "Hola, Jaimito, vamos al cuartito," and they said it every fucking day. Like, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Something that men can just bond over is me getting sexually assaulted. What a great world that we live in. I mean, whatever, I don't really give a fuck. Obviously, I don't give a fuck because I'm here making a video about it for the world to see. So, believe me guys, I'm not trying to make light of sexual assault. That is not something to make light of at all. In my situation though, at least I think it's a funny story for my situation. So hopefully you guys had a laugh out of that. You guys want to call me Jaimito, you guys want to say vamos al cuartito, hey man, go for it. So this fucking guy JJ, JJ, wherever you are, you better hope I don't see you, bro. Cause I see you again, I'm caving your head in. I'm gonna fucking kick you in your little 5-foot tall head. Knock you into the next dimension, bro. Oh yeah, that's my story. So yeah. Yo, konbanwa. Yo, party people. Hell yeah. You guys know what it is. My name's yungjamez. We're coming up, man. Everybody's saying I'm next up. Everybody's saying I'm the new Mr. Beast. Let's go, man. YouTube 2023. Let's fucking go, guys. Hit me up. yungjamez on Instagram, Twitter, yungjamez_, TikTok, yungjamez_. Let's fucking go, guys. Hit me up. Send me your questions. Send me your video recommendations. Hit me up. Talk some shit. Let's go.